Hello, and welcome to episode 45 of Let's Play Total War 3 Kingdoms Gong. In the previous episode, we managed to take the capital of Yuanshao, and we became essentially, well, we became one of the three kingdoms. If you can call it that. It's been quite a strange campaign as far as the three kingdoms go. But we got a new court, and as a point of note from last episode, I was a dum-dum and I did not save before exiting the game on the last episode, so when I came back to it, this whole court was blank again. So I've had to put them back into different positions, and it may be that a lot of these guys differ from where we left off in the previous episode. We did manage to min-max it a little bit more and get an extra 4k. We were on 18k when it ended last time, and the majority of that comes from him and him, given the minus corruption to our faction-wide. We've left a lot of the administrators in their place as well, because they all give minus 30% corruption to their administrative commandery. So that seemed like a good idea. Obviously, we still can't fill this because we've got no family members. So these are all the same. He's the same. These two have changed up, and we've changed up these a little bit as well. Really just to try and min-max it a little bit more, and because I forgot to save, which turned out to be quite good, I suppose. The other move as well that was that didn't save is that we moved this army down to here. What we've done this time is we got them in the water and got them to come down here and stand in their influence zone, basically. So this should stop them moving, but the AI doesn't always play by those rules. I wonder if we can attack them, actually. Yeah, we could. Well, probably wasn't really the best idea because now they've retreated and we can't really follow them. But we should have a longer movement range than them anyway. And we'll be able to attack this iron mine with these guys next turn too. I don't really want to spend too much money because we've only got 2,828 left in the bank at the minute. And we are expecting a lot to come in next turn, but we'll wait until then to do a lot of the upgrades. And hopefully if we get some characters, start building some new armies. So, I think we pretty much got everything done that we wanted to do, and we just now need to end the turn. Remembering that since has an army somewhere around here in ambush stance, and he's got another one somewhere around here as well, so that's something that we're going to have to be ready to deal with. So we'll end turn. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Right, okay. Right, well, I think this is going to be starting a new army from scratch, really, so I think we will just go for a healer because they tend to be able to get everything. So, yeah, we'll go for compassion. And let's check that out. Oh, he's legendary, but he won't be next turn unless we give him some decent items. We did get a mathematician with him. Where on earth did we get that from? Where did we get these things from? Well, sure, we'll, unless that was off the guy who died. I don't know who gave us the eunuch, though, for goodness sake. Always finding his way to weasel back in, isn't he? Well, we'll give him the Tea of the Imperial Guard. And I guess we'll give him that as well, and we'll just try and buff his resolve up a little bit. Maybe we should look more at his instinct, I guess. Okay, so we have managed to get him to 100 instinct, which will make sure he stays legendary. Don't really like having this on him, though, because we'd like to kind of switch that around depending on who needs it. But once we get him a couple of skills, he should be fine. He's 43, though. I wish we could get some younger characters, though. Never mind. Okay, so since has an absolute legion of armies coming down here, not really too keen on trying to deal with them all at once, I guess. What we'll do is we'll get them to take this first of all. Well, yeah, okay, we'll delegate that. We might regret that because they're probably going to attack it. We will occupy. Now, I wonder if temporarily we could get some peace from him. Well, it is doable. We would have to give him Robes of the Mantis, Imperial Bow, Eunuch, and Warriors Reinforced Leather, as well as the Iron Mine we just took, 13,000 gold up front and 3,674 per turn for 10 turns. So we'd have to give up a lot. I'm not too concerned about this because there's no way he's going to uphold that truce for 10 turns. He's completely unreliable. So, and we've got plenty of money coming in and nothing really to spend it on. So I'm quite okay with the gold, but I'd rather not give up all of this if we can help it. So we're going to see if we can take this army out first. We can't really get... We can't get to them, but we can get them into Zhangyang. It doesn't look like they can attack this next turn. We do need this because we need it to leverage for peace. So we might just take an extra turn, take this army out. It doesn't look like they can actually get to there. And if they can't get to there, then these probably can't. I mean, it looks like they can, but it's probably because they're in forced march. And they don't have a great army anyway, so we could probably take them out if they do manage to. We will move them back. Because we just want to kind of buy some time here. And if we can defeat this army of Sincere, he's much more likely to want to have peace with us. Where's there a bridge around here? There. Okay. He might be heading towards Nanyang. We'll get Gongdu to there. And we'll just see if we can take this army out and hopefully get this back, really, before we have to get peace from him. So maybe we should... Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get that back. Well, we'll be going back to war with them anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. Yuan Shao has brought an army down here. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we're in reinforcement range of the farm with her Yi. He's got a little army in there now. There was a Yellow Turban rebellion here beforehand, and I think what we might want to do is actually try and get a rebellion started somewhere around here to try and see if we can annex them and get some characters that way. So we will upgrade this because then we can build one of the... Unless... Oh, we've already got this. Right, okay. We need a small regional city. Okay, let's upgrade that, and we will rush it. And then we'll upgrade that. And now we've got basically no money. Okay, then. Let's see what we can get here. So it's really just all peasantry income here, so we might as well get a communal grain store. We can now get into this pass. So we will night battle and delegate. Whoa, that was a... I didn't expect that level of losses, but sure, we'll occupy. And we're still taking losses, it looks like, for some reason. Why is that? Oh, it's because we got no supplies. Well, we'll start getting them back next turn at least. With these, we're going to go after Zhangyang. Of course, he's retreated. It's fine. We'll just chase them through there. And he's not going to be too much of a problem up there. With this army, we'll keep going down this way. So we'll go after Hong Nong. And that is Yuan Yao now destroyed. Good. We're going to keep pushing down this way with them. Now, with Jiang Kai, we could either get him over here to protect Luoyang from them. Or we could get him over there to take the pass. And I think we're going to take the pass because I'm not too worried about them. I don't think they're going to do very well. And if they do come up here to attack Luoyang, we can get it straight back. So we're going to go to... really? The balance of powers? That we might have to fight that because the amount of losses we took with Sir He's army was ridiculous. So yeah, we'll go after that. Oh, we can actually get straight in as well because we've got the trebuchet. Okay, yeah, we're not taking any risks here because there's an army of Cao Tian over there as well. So we want to make sure we're in fighting shape to deal with them. They're not very good, but we want to make sure that they're not going to be able to wipe us out. So we will fight that one. And with this army, we're going to get them as far as we can over this way now. So we'll get them in forced march. And we'll get them over there. And this... And here we want a garrison, if we can get one. So let's get... yep, we'll do that and rush it. And then we'll build a garrison there. Yep. And again, yep, and again. Okay, that's our money pretty much done. But it does mean we've got a decent garrison here if she decides to attack it. And we may see if we can get an administrator in there. I think actually, yeah, once this levels up in 3 turns, or we'll probably just rush it next turn, we will get another administrator position. So we might then try and get an administrator to stay here, though we probably don't have the characters to do it. But it does mean that we can pop somebody in there if we need to bolster the garrison. Turbans Gong has got a level up. Now that is actually very useful. At next level he's going to be able to get night battles. Yeah, I think we'll go for strength of the land. And we can give him that as well, which will give him a buff to his resolve. Which we might as well also give him that and that. So he will now turn legendary. Right, our new character, Liu Kai, will get him attracting talent in Zhongshan. See if we can get a new character that way. Now we're going to need to fight this battle to make sure that we're not going to be taking ridiculous casualties. I think, yeah, we should be fairly well equipped. Let's just make sure. Right, we want one of the military experts on him. So we'll take it from Miyu. And we'll give it to Young Fenglin. Okay, now we're ready to go in and take this pass. So we will start. Okay, I'm still not tremendously experienced with these past battles, but they are slightly different to sieges. They do still have these 2 bastions here. That would suggest to me that they can get siege equipment there. So we're just going to have to hope that if they do have some siege equipment that we can get our archers there to take it out sooner rather than later. And preferably not take a lot of losses. But the way the trees are here as well is going to make it difficult for us to use fire. Not to mention they're going to have a lot of archers up on here as well. So we'll start. They've got a crossbow and they do have a trebuchet. They've got 2 trebuchets, right. Okay, let's get them forward. And them. We are going to have to use fire with our archers, but we're going to have to use it fairly selectively. Let's get them forward, but get them walking. And same for them. Because we don't want them to get in front of the spears. We are going to take some losses here. There's no way around it, unfortunately. Well, that didn't get anyone, thankfully. That did. That got 7. Who did it get? Spears. Okay. Right, you just go over there and block them towers. You can come out of turtle for now. Just get there as quickly as you can. And you two, you're going to have to walk, though. Same with these. We don't want them on top of each other like that. Yeah, we're just going to have to get them forward and hope we don't take too many losses, but we're already taking a lot. Is that in range yet? Looks like it is. Yeah, go on. Shoot at it. Oh, wow. That took out a lot. Right, let's... that should be in range, shouldn't it? Yeah. Shoot at it then, and you come over here and block these. You can get into turtle again now and block these towers. Oh, somebody's... Oh, it's our archers. Turtle formation. It's not going to block the crossbow. But they're low on ammunition at least. I mean, they just got wiped out there. Let's hope they come back. Okay, the trebuchet is wavering at least. Wow. That is actually doing a decent job of blocking the crossbow, unless we've just been lucky so far. Let's keep our archers back for the time being then. Wow, they're getting hammered. They're getting completely hammered. Right, their trebuchet is now gone. We want to make sure that they rout completely and that they don't come back. So their equipment is still there. Yeah, they have. Right, brilliant. Let's start shooting at the towers, see if we can get rid of these. We're just going to have to tank them shots, unfortunately. For the time being, anyway. Yep, 52% will do. Let's start getting our trebuchet forward now that theirs have gone. The reason I didn't want to use the trebuchet to combat theirs is because if we lost our trebuchet, we can't really get in there. So it wasn't really a risk I wanted to take. That is actually doing a pretty good job of blocking the crossbow. So maybe the turtle formation can block it, which is a little bit odd, but I'll take it. Okay, brilliant. That's on 63. Let's get them to stop. So we should have burned down all of their towers now. Okay, I think that was the hardest part of this battle now dealt with. The other thing now is just going to be to get their walls to come crumbling down. So we'll set our trebuchet up there. And I'll cut back once it's ready to start firing. Okay, trebuchet is in position. We're going to try and get a hole in the wall here and a hole in the wall there. Although maybe... let's see. No. Yeah, we wanna hold there and hold there, and then we'll try and attack them from two separate angles. They've set up quite intelligently in here, though. It's going to be difficult to get a charge on them or anything, and it's going to be quite difficult to get to their marchers as well, unless we get our cavalry right around the back here. Maybe that might be what we have to do. So we'll start taking their walls down first. Okay, we're now on 60% damage. We've got a fair amount of ammunition left. It's not a very high level trebuchet though, that's the only issue. As long as we can get at least one hole in the wall, I'll be a little bit happier. 90%. Okay, the wall's down. Brilliant. Now, we only used about half our ammunition, which is good. Now let's try and get a hole. I guess we'll put it there. And we may not have enough quite left to do that, but well, we'll see what we can do. And if we do have any left, we'll start just shooting at their troops. Okay, we're now at 90% and we've got 17% ammunition. We might have a couple of rounds left once we take it down, provided the next shot hits. Okay, brilliant. So we've got 8% left. Okay, well, the best place for us to aim that is probably going to be there. Let's see what we can do. A little bit underwhelming. I think we got a few. We got a few up there. Oh, that one just went straight in the water. Plop. Okay, we're out of ammunition. We got 14. Better than nothing, but not great. Right, let's get these back then. Make sure they're out of harm's way. Okay, so we've got two separate points here where we can attack them. And I think the best thing for us to do is going to be to get our cavalry in first. Maybe. I mean, no. We'll take our spears in first and threaten them on the front, and then we'll get the cavalry round the back. So, yep, spears. Okay, they're in turtle formation, so it's going to take them a long time to get there, and I'll cut back when they're in position. Okay, we got our spears a little bit too close, I think, and they've now started coming forward. We did bring our generals round to try and capture the gate, but it doesn't look like oh, okay, they're backing off now. Right, that's good. That's good. We want to make sure that don't know what they're doing with this cavalry. Sure, we'll get our spears after them then if that's what they want. Right, we're gonna have to go in there and use our general's abilities on these guys because they're all just bunched up like that and asking for it. So we'll make sure we're around the crossbows. We'll get the healers. Yep. Get him in melee, yep. Melee evasion and binding fury. And let's get these spears back into turtle formation as soon as possible because they're taking heavy fire. And get our generals back and hope that they've still got their horses. Looks like they have. They can't turtle up just yet. It's because the cavalry's on them. Let's try and get rid of that. Right, this healer, we need him back. And give us healing buff. Right, we still can't get them in turtle. They're taking a lot of unnecessary fire here. Yeah, they're just getting lit up by them. So right, we're gonna have to try and charge back into these crossbows. Otherwise they're gonna take out our entire spear unit. Yeah, we can get them back in turtle now, thank goodness. Right. Let's do that then. Let's see if we can get rid of them crossbows. They are routing. We want to get out of there before we lose our horses, though. Wonder if we can get a duel. No. Maybe with the healers. No, we can't. Right, never mind. We'll get these round here. We'll go after them crossbows since they're on their own. We've got 4 swords either side here ready to come in. We've got a cavalry unit here, it looks like, as well, trying to raise havoc. Well, we'll just have to see what we can do about them if they attack us. Actually, let's get our archers forward, and we'll try and take what's left of the cavalry out with that, because they might knock these out of turtle. Hopefully not. There's not many of them, but it might be enough to do that. Crossbows have retreated. That's good. Apparently that can fire backwards. I didn't know that. Okay, we'll give them a charge. The cavalry unit that was here is now gone. Good. Right, we're going to bring the bulk of our cavalry in now, and they are going to take some missile damage, but they all have a fairly high missile block chance, so I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, we'll go after them. There's not many of them left now, really. I mean, there's a lot of archers left over here. Maybe we should get our cavalry in that way. Have they got spears around there? They don't have any spears. Right, well, that's prime target then. Cavalry. Okay, cavalry coming this way then. They're just asking for it. They really are. Yeah, we don't want to charge straight into them spears. Let's get our generals out of there, and actually we'll get them round the back. We want to keep them here for the time being to keep these spears occupied. But just as our cavalry get close to charging them, we're going to bring our generals over this way and hit them in the back. See if we can capture these. No, we can't capture them from being on the floor. We'll go over and capture this gate now. Actually, no. No, we got loads of spears to deal with that. Right. Let's make sure they're getting shot at now. They do have a high missile defense, but there's a lot of archers shooting at them. Okay, this cavalry's a bit slow. We're just going to have to get them in there, really, because they're not keeping up, but sure. We're going to have generals around the back, make sure they're grouped up. Let's get our swords in this side, since there's no archers around there. We don't want them walking through that fire, though. Get them over there, and we'll get them to go around the long way. Make sure our cavalry's grouped up and ready to charge over there. They're getting spears over here. We don't want that. Let's get our generals starting to advance this way. We just want to keep them honest. We don't really want to. We don't want to move them from that spot because they're in a very good spot for us. There we go. Right, let's charge. So we'll get them over there. We'll get them there, there, and there. Okay, have we recharged our abilities? Not quite. Junkai's probably are. Let's get him in that mix. Our swords, let's get them up there. Oh, we've got a sword unit on our spears here. Let's get these swords in to help out. The archers are going to be history pretty soon. We certainly don't want to be getting caught up on them spears that are heading over, though. Let's make sure we're going that way. Let's go that way. There's one archer unit got away, a couple of them actually. Another spear unit coming over that side. We don't really want to deal with them with all this cavalry. Get our spears closer so that they can block that tower. Our spears here are taking big damage from them swords. Let's get them out the way of them. Get these sword units in to help them out. We've got oil there. We want to make sure we're not getting burned up by that. And we'll go back round this side with our cavalry. They're all routed. Good. We've got a lot of cavalry here still caught up on these spears. That's not a good place for us to be. Okay, we're now getting fired on here. We want to get these swords in that way. We'll get our generals up here to... We don't want to go that way, though. Go around that way. And we'll get them up here to capture this tower. Take him out and start charging them in the back. They're putting up some good resistance here with these couple of units. Right, I don't want them coming back. Let's deploy one general over there. Let's get them down here. And get them after them. And then let's bring them up here. Okay, good. You make sure that they're not coming back. Don't know where you're going. Come back round here. They're awfully wily, these guys. They're not taking a step back at all. But that's fine. We're going to hit them from this side. And let's get everyone on the commander there. Never mind the little cavalry unit. Yeah, go after them before they close that gate on us. We do have some more spears up here now. Let's get Jankai to make sure he captures this gate. The tower's even.
就在眼前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。
Right, 我们的援军正在向前。
Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在向前。 Right, 我们的援军正在
And let's get all of these down here after them spears. We don't want to take them head on with our cavalry at all. Right, good. Make sure we defend this tower. We don't want to give them that back. And we'll charge down after them swords. Okay, we're going to have to deploy a couple up there after them archers. We'll get these swords to deal with him. Spears on them. Cavalry, yep, go after them. We'll have to go after them archers. They might try and take this tower again. I mean, if they do, it's not the end of the world. We can fix them in place and charge them in the back. Okay, brilliant. We'll get our cavalry out the way of these spears that are absolutely relentlessly trying to get to them. Let's get them well out of the way. Just having a bit of trouble with that, it looks like. They are now trying to retake this tower. We'd rather they didn't. And we're taking a lot of losses here, actually. Right, let's see what we can do with the cavalry. Let's get them up there. See if we can bring them around the back. They've got a spear unit there as well, though. Right, let's break the sword unit off and go after them. They have also brought their tower back on their side as well, which is not great for us. Let's get our archers in and see if we can burn it down. Okay, we're going to have to go head first into this spear unit, unfortunately, which I'd rather not do. Okay, let's get these back over there. Let's get this sword unit up here. And a spear unit. Our archers, at least one lot are in there. Let's see if we can burn this tower down. And the rest of them will have to get to fight these. Okay, we're going to have to get this sword unit down there to fight them. Maybe we'll get another one up there to help them out. And we'll get our cavalry to come back down here and deal with them. Turban commanders come back. Let's get them to help them out as well. Right, brilliant. We've burned down one side of the tower. Let's try and get the other one. Okay, we're pretty much ready to declare victory now, I think. Let's go after their capture point, take away their morale. Make sure we get the healing buffs on so that our generals are fully healed up. Yep, I think that's... Nope, the commander's back. Okay, once we get rid of him, I think we're good to declare victory. Though we do have heavy T infantry there, still with quite a few units. We want to make sure they don't come back either, because there's nothing to protect our archers here. Brilliant. Okay. Well, we don't need to run them down. They will get wiped anyway. We took way more losses there than I would have liked. These past battles are pretty difficult. So let's claim. Yeah, I can agree with that for once. Let's end battle. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't far off what we lost in that other pass where I delegated it. So, yeah, let's occupy. We still got enough left, certainly when we're in the pass to deal with them. But we definitely lost way more than I would have liked there. Right, let's see what we can get with you two. We'll get on the anti-corruption skill, because it tends to be quite useful. And maybe... I mean, I'm not sure... It says local commandery, that, but it seems like everyone who's got that also gives it to their administrative commandery. So we'll see if that translates when we come to assign an administrator. We might as well give him the White Stallion as well, really. Right, so I think now we can end the turn. We do have a little bit of money left over, and this litany of armies is a little bit concerning. We don't really want to deal with all of them. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of work cut out for us if we end up having to fight all of these. We will definitely be trying to sue for peace next turn, assuming they don't somehow take this or take this off us. And hopefully his idea of peace doesn't degrade next turn as well, but I guess we'll see. So, yep, we'll end. Okay, we didn't get any characters, sadly. We've got her coming back from attack talent. We've got a siege and we've got a rebellion. Now, first thing is, let's see if we can get some peace from Sunset. Okay, we are going to have to give him an awful lot here as rating did go up because he's in more of a favourable situation. So we're going to have to give him 10,000 in a one-off payment. 7,470 per turn for 10 turns. Noble Sword. Warriors Reinforced Leather. Robes of the Mantis. Imperial Bow, and the Iron Mine we took in Jiren. Now, I'm not too bothered about this Iron Mine. It's not really very useful to us outside of giving him it back for peace. The ancillaries, a lot of which we can't use. The others are bronze, not very interesting. The gold, we've got plenty. I do begrudge giving him this, really, the down payment. The per payment for 10 turns, it's a lot, but we can certainly use it. We don't have anything else really to use that money on. And he's not going to hold that truce for 10 turns. So it's mainly just about getting all of them armies off of our territory and avoiding disaster for the time being. So this will be the first war that has actually won against us, in that we are giving him a hell of a lot for peace. But I think it is going to be worth it because we've got Samaka to deal with as well. He's sent an army down here. So we will propose that. Yep, now we've got 17k left, 15k coming in. It's still not too bad. It's still not too bad at all. And we've got this off our back, so that's nice. Now we probably will lose this to Samaka as well, unfortunately, but there's really nothing we can do about that. Let's get these in the water and get them back down there as quickly as possible, because we're gonna have to take that back very quickly. He will probably take this, but hopefully we can head him off about here and then take this back off him. That army's not going to be too much of an issue for us. It's got some tigers and some elephants, but I think we'll be fine. Lady Jurong has still got nothing for us down here, so we'll continue to move. I think probably this way would be best. We'll take this and then take this. We will rush the garrison building there, and we'll upgrade it again and rush it again. So now we've got a decent garrison there at least, if she does decide to attack it. And then once we get this army back down here, we're going to start expanding into Shamaga's territory, and then we can attack Sunsa from more angles when we need to. We can't really attack this army anymore, unfortunately, either. So let's get these over here, and we'll take this iron mine from them. And we'll send Gongdu down there, because we've got a little bit of a logjam of enemies down this way now. And we are being attacked by Tao Tian. We are already suffering attrition here, so we are going to have to fight this most likely. It's going to take Gongdu 2 turns to get down there, yeah. So we're going to have to break this siege and then get them out of that pass, which means Yuan Shao will probably then take it again, and we'll get Gongdu and Jiang Kai to take it back off them in a delegated battle. This army at least is now starting to recover. Can we take that? I mean, we should be able to. Whether we can do it on a delegate is another matter. Let's check. Right, it's expecting a valiant defeat. Well, we will be able to take that, and I think we'll do it fairly handily, so we'll starve them out for now. But we will get in there and we'll fight that as soon as possible. We'll get him to chase Zhang Yang. Yep, we'll get rid of them. We will execute. And we'll recruit. Now, I think we want to get these advancing up this way. And we'll get Fu Rong, I think, in in here so that we can take this rebellion out fairly quickly. So yep, we'll deploy him there. Get him in there, and we'll get him a couple of captains as well. Yeah, we'll get him an archer captain, and we'll get him a warriors captain. With him, we'll bring him down to Honggu Pass, and we can't get in there, so we'll get a siege tower, and we'll continue siege. Once we've taken that with them, we'll get them down here to take Shandong, and then we'll take that with them. We'll finish this off, and we'll get them to come up here. Once we've got a lot of our armies over here, or at least all three of them over here, we'll start on Gunsansan. Now, this is now their capital, and we can reach it, and we'll be able to attack it this turn. So we'll get them over to attack this. We will, for now, it's expecting a close defeat. It's absolutely not going to be. There's no reason why it would be. But it will be fairly difficult because they're in a city. And they may have siege equipment, actually, on their... Yeah, so we do want to make sure he's got the turtle formation, because they've probably got siege equipment. Let's continue siege. Right, now we're going to have to fight these guys off. They haven't really got a lot for us to worry about. All of these Jamajam might be somewhat difficult to deal with, but I think we'll be fine. So, yeah, we'll fight them. We will do a night battle. Oh, we still get them. Yeah, I forgot about that, because we're in the settlement. Well, that's fine, then. That's it's a little bit extra for us. So we'll start. Okay, so we've set up with the White Wave veterans and Yellow Turban warriors at the front. We do have this healer out here because he can't guerrilla deploy, and the edge of the battlefield, just for or the edge of our deployment zone even, is there. So the spears can't guerrilla deploy either, and the two healers can't. So got him there. He's the fastest. We're going to get him to run out there and see what they're doing. We have set up some oil there as well, just in case the off chance that we can use it. And we've got the archers behind Jiang Kai there. We've got the spears, which are going to be on either side, but we need to wait until we actually finish deploying and start the battle to get them over there. Got the Yuksha behind them, and obviously the trebuchet in the middle, with the cavalry on the flanks either side as well. And we're going to try and set up about here to give us a little bit of an uphill advantage, and also to force them to advance if they're not going to advance already with the trebuchet, then burn these trees down as they come through them. So we're going to get into formation. And we will start, and we're going to get over there. Probably there's going to be best. We'll get the healer to run over there and see what they're doing. We've got our reinforcements coming in over here. We'll get them to start heading up. And there's a good chance that they will actually start advancing, because because they one, they think they're going to win, and two, they were attacking our pass. But, and it looks like they actually are. Yeah, they are advancing. Right, we're going to see if we can kind of slow them down a little bit by bringing our healer around the back. Can we get a deal with that sentinel? We can. Good. We will be doing that as well then, but first of all, we want to slow their advance, because we want to make sure that we're in position before they get anywhere near us. And I think we want to probably be a bit further back. So, there. Right, that cavalry unit is attacking our healer. Oh, well, we're running right into their troops. It's fine, they'll leave them alone once we get in the duel, so I don't mind too much about that. We just want to make sure that they don't get to us before we're ready for them. Which we nearly are. And it is slowing them down a little bit, so that's good, because some of them are chasing after him. And of course he can heal as well, so it's not too concerning if he loses some health. Right, we'll get that on fire at will, and we'll get them, yeah, they're on fire at will, brilliant. Right, we're going to start the healing, and we'll get a duel with her. I mean, she's level 6 Sentinel, and she does have Tenacity of Steel, so that's not necessarily going to be easy. Let's get Jiang Kai around there to buffer. And we do want him back here as well, though, because he's given a morale boost. But if we get him round there, this is also going to slow them down a little bit, and when we bring them back, it's just going to keep them in the trees longer. And that is getting a lot of them. Don't really want to be messing with these crossbows too much. They've only got a range of 120 though, so that's fine. They are now firing at us. That's fine. If they want to stay in the trees, that's just fine. We may not be able to use this oil. We'll have to see when they get here. Don't think we want to use his ability just yet. Get our cavalry out the way of all of these spears. Okay, and we'll give him the buff, and then we'll get Jiang Kai back. And then we'll do the same with our healer with the healing ability, which will hopefully slow them down even more. Right, our reinforcements are almost here. Just make sure they're close enough. Okay, we're getting piled on over here. Let's get some support down there. Oh, forgot to get the spears down as well. Cavalry, they're breaking some off after our cavalry, that's fine. Let's get people standing their ground though. And let's get him round there as well. We've got cavalry to deal with, let's get our spears at them. They're going after our archers and our trebuchet, but we managed to get them just in time, good. I think we might need some help from this healer actually to take this group out. Let's get our cavalry down there and this lot down there. Deal with our archers. Yep, you fight back. They're getting hammered. Oh, we've got a big spear unit here as well. Right, you two get after them. And reinforcements. Right, we want the swords not included in that. Get our archers there. And the melee troops go over and help them. Let's get our healer around there. Jankai, you get in there as well. Right, we're going to have to use his ability and hope he hits it. We're going to have to get him round there to give the healing buff. And we'll get him to use his ability. We'll get our other cavalry round this way. And we'll get our crossbows around there as well. Oh, brilliant. She's gone away. Right, that's fine then. Let's get him over here to use his ability and hope that Jankai hasn't lost his horse. We've just been charged there by cavalry. We'll get our spears after them. Make sure they're fighting them. We'll get these after them archers. Get them down there into that mix. Is he back on his horse yet? He is. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to bring him back up here then. Right, let's get him into there. Jankai does still have his horse. Brilliant. We're going to send him after these strategists. Make sure our cavalry is chasing down these archers. And we'll get one unit back to help out there. We will get them to start firing on them. Okay, that's them. They've pretty much all routed. Let's get our generals to chase them down. This healer's been apprehended by the cavalry. Let's get these to chase them. This cavalry unit will get to come back and charge them, and we'll get them to attack them. We'll get this sword unit in there as well. Brilliant, they've routed. Let's get them after them. We don't want our generals messed up with them spears. We want them to keep their horses. He's on low health. Let's get the healing on him. And let's get our archers to focus on them. Yep, crossbows focus on them. They're on skirmish. Good. We will get our swords down there to help with them spears as well. And we've got a strategist here wreaking havoc. Let's not the archers, but let's get them on them. Okay, that's them done, I think. Yep, brilliant. We'll run them down and I'll cut back. Well, I mean, I don't really think that was very close either, but sure. Yeah, again, not really close, was it? Yeah, I think we will get rid of him. And we're going to have to take the replenishment too. Yeah, it's possible this army attacks us next turn, but they are in forced march, so they're not going to get any replenishment, and I don't see them doing it. I think they're going to go in there and try and replenish a bit before they attack us, but it'd be a shame if we miss out on the replenishment with our army because of that. It is looking like it's going to be at least 2 turns before the majority of these units are back to full strength. Which isn't too bad because Gongdu is going to be over there pretty soon anyway. I'm not sure whether we want to actually take these out of there. Maybe we should attack this turn or attack them. No, I don't think we will. But what we will do is we'll get these over here and we'll fortify them. So we want to make sure that they're still in reinforcement range, but we don't want them in the pass just in case we can't defend it. I'd rather lose this pass and get it back than lose the army. And God forbid lose Jankai. This battle's going to take quite a while, and we're approaching the end of the episode, so I think this is, unfortunately, it's going to have to wait until next episode. But this one I don't think will take very long. So let's go into this one then. Yeah, it looks like they've only got one archer unit. And even they're severely depleted, so they're not going to have much in the way of missile defense, or missile offense, I should say. Apart from the towers. Oh, actually, yeah, let's get the turtle formation on that healer with all of the spears. We will. Well, I think we'll take it off Liu Kai. Where is he? Oh, he's this guy. Well, it is going to knock him off being legendary, unfortunately, but Well, he's only doing assignments at the minute. He doesn't really need it. So yeah, we'll remove that from Liu Kai, and we'll give it to Feng Jianwan. And now we'll fight Night Battle, and we will start. Okay, I don't think we're in any real danger of them charging out of there. They are at a big disadvantage in terms of missile, so maybe, but it's doubtful. We've got, round here, we've got our cavalry and our archers and our 2 spear units, and we've got them all hidden in the trees. We don't really want them deploying over here if we can help it. We want them focused on this area. We're going to get these spears to run towards this tower, or I guess walk very slowly since they're in turtle formation towards this tower. And we're going to get these ones to go towards this tower just to block them. Then we'll burn them down with our archers, and we'll burn that one down with them archers. And we're going to bring the majority of our force in through here to fix them in place. And then we're going to bring our cavalry in this way. We are going to get one of our generals, or possibly 2 of our generals over here with the cavalry as well, but first we want to get them healed up. So, it's not going to help us that it's raining, but it's not going to be too much of a big deal either. So, yep, we'll start. Okay, good. It doesn't look like they've deployed anyone up there. So, we'll get these spears forward to about there. Their archer unit is there, and that's the only one they've got, so we don't have to be too worried about them. We'll get these 2 spear units up here. And we don't want to move these just yet, so I'll cut back when our spears are in position. And we'll get the heal on our generals as well. And we will actually, because he's got recovery and he's already at full health now anyway, we'll get him round there now. Okay, the spears are close enough now. I think we can get our archers to start firing on their towers. Right, 46. We want one more volley there. That'll do it. Then we'll get them to stop. That should now. Yeah, that's going up in flames. We'll get them to start on this one. That's at 100. Brilliant. They've stopped. We've still got quite a bit of ammunition left. And we'll move them over here and we'll get them to start on these towers. See if we can get a duel actually with this commander. Okay, she won't duel the scholar. She may duel the healer. Brilliant, we got the first hit. Let's see what else we can do. Let's get the health on. Bit of a crap camera angle that, isn't it? Oh yeah, she's demolishing her. Good. Yeah, that's not going to be particularly competitive, I don't think. Our archers are now in position to take this tower out. For some reason they've started getting... Oh, it's because they've seen him. Right, let's get him in the trees then. I mean, it's not a big deal if they stay there, but we'd rather they didn't. Let's get the archers to start firing on this. Healer's having some real trouble finishing this commander off. She's been on, like, no health. Oh, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, nice. Now get back on your horse. That is... Yeah, that's pretty much there. Let's get them to start on this one. Yeah. And let's get her back, and she's about to be able to give her healing buff again, so we'll get it on both of them. Okay, brilliant. That's that one going up. We'll get them to stop. And... The question here is, do we want to take out this Defender of Heaven, Protectors of Heaven unit, or do we want to start on these? Yeah, I think we'll try and take the spears out, and we'll attack them in main, and our main attack will be through this gate, because they're quite slow. It's going to take them a long time to get round there. So yeah, we'll shoot at them. Although, do you know what? I don't even know if it's really worth wasting the ammunition on them. Let's see if we can get a bit closer and take out some of these swords. And I think we will use these standard shots with them. We didn't get many. We are getting them now that they're running away though. Well, we don't have a lot of ammunition left. I think we will just finish them off. Okay, let's get the healing on both of them. And with our last few arrows, we'll use fire and see if we can get them to rout. Yeah, it didn't work. Well, never mind. We got 27 with their marchers, so not too bad. And we took out all the towers, so that's the main job. Now, they have protected this gate, unfortunately, but it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll get our spears to about there, and then we'll bring our archers out and get them to burn this tower down, ready for our cavalry to come in. Okay, so we're going to get them into groups. We've got them in a group, we got them in a group, and we'll get him in the cavalry. And we've already got the spears with those archers in a group as well. So we need to take out this tower before we can do much, so I'll cut back when our spears and archers are in position. And I think we might want to attack this gate first, actually. Because they don't have a lot of spears around here. We can get our cavalry to come in and charge them straight away. Probably break straight through them. And it's going to force these to respond, at which point we can start moving these groups in. Right, archers are within range of the tower. We'll get them to attack it, and I'll cut back when they're burned down. Okay, that's both their towers now going to be going up in flames. We want to switch to standard shots. And we'll go after... probably this cavalry unit would be the best one. Get our archers on stand ground. Not really doing a tremendous amount of damage to them. Let's see if we can do better against the swords. Yeah, we're doing a little bit better against them, but still not great. A lot of their troops have got missile defense, so it's going to be difficult to do much with the archers. We're going to start getting our cavalry in, and we're going to give them a charge. We will get him to walk for now, because he's quite a bit faster than them, I think. Yeah, so we want them all to hit about the same time. And actually what we'll do is, we'll stop them for now, and just as they're getting close, we'll start shooting at them with fire to reduce their morale. They did bring another sword unit around here as well for some reason. That's not going to be much use to them, but sure. Right, we'll get them to run. We just want them to stay around about the same speed as these. Okay, we're going to get them to start firing at will with fire. And he's now getting in front. We'll get him to walk again and wait until the cavalry gets a little way in front of him. Okay, we can get him to run now. And we'll get a lot of them to charge into them. Okay, we'll get him right in the middle and we'll get him to use his ability. So let's get him to push through. That and ability. Okay, they're taking heavy morale hits here. Are they getting anyone to help? Yep, they're getting the swords, which is silly, but sure. I mean, what choice do they have, really? That cavalry's going to be dangerous if they return and come after our archers. Just try and get rid of what we can down here. Yeah, cavalry units come back. We'll get our cavalry out of there and we'll go after them. This spear unit, we'll get after them. They're going to hit our archers, though, unfortunately. Yep, they did. They didn't do too much, though, but they did. We certainly could have done without that. Okay, they've moved their Protectors of Heaven away from here, and they're bringing the majority of their army up to this gate. That's going to leave a nice opening here for us to get in this way. Okay, we've routed that cavalry. Let's get our guys back in the trees so that they're hidden. And we'll get them to about there so we can do a direct charge on the gate. We'll get our spears back in position as well. We need that group of spears to stay there to block that tower, though, because that is still firing on us. Get our archers out of harm's way as well. Oh no, we got another cavalry unit over there. Let's get rid of them. And we'll keep our spears here just in case they hit our archers again. Wow, with his ability we could devastate them. All of them swords with one cavalry charge. So I think we might just wait for his ability to recharge and then go in and just destroy the lot of them. Or maybe get one of the other generals round. Yeah, we routed that cavalry, brilliant. Let's get them in the trees again. Yeah, let's swap them round. So let's get him round there and her up here. And we'll get our archers back and out of harm's way. And get them in the trees, actually, so they're hidden. They're no use to us, really, now without any ammunition. Right, now we want to get these in a group, and we're going to get them to spread out. And we're going to hit them with as long a line as we can. Again, though, we do want everyone to hit them at the same time, so we're going to need her to walk for a little bit. Are they... They're tired, right. We're going to wait for them to get back to fresh as well. Right, now they've piled up all of their troops here. They've got very, very few on this gate, and very, very few on this gate. What we're going to do is, I think we're going to attack this one first. Then we're going to attack this one, roughly the same time, but we are going to hit them first with them. That's going to force them to turn some of these troops around, and when they do, that's when we're going to bring our cavalry in to hit them. So let's get these forward first. We'll just put them on the strategist, but we will try and get her through and after them archers so that we're not taking any unnecessary casualties. Although we'll use her ability when we get into them. Probably the cavalry would be the best ones to use that on. They're going to spear wall. They've already routed. Oh, she's taking our ability off us. Right. Yeah, we're going to have to take her out first then, before we can really do anything. We'll get her over there and after the archers so that they're not firing on us. And we'll get them to come in after them. They have now turned them swords around. We'll get these guys to come in after them. Not too worried about him losing his horse because we're not going to need to run them down. Brilliant, we routed the archers. Let's get her back over there. Looks like the spears are going to be gone pretty soon as well. We'll get her after the cavalry. Yeah, he's there. We'll get them in as well. Okay, they're turning more of them round now. Let's get the cavalry to start to charge on them. Okay, they're pretty much wrapped up anyway, so we don't need her ability just yet. We'll get these after them. And we'll get these to come up here. She's getting bogged down by cavalry. Let's get her out of that. We'll get her after them. Get her into that. And get these cavalry to go after them. They might come back. If they do, we've got the spears here. And we can get our cavalry back if we need to. Now, once they come over here... Are they routed? No, they haven't yet. Once they come over here and start attacking us, we'll use our ability on all of them. Right, brilliant. That's them pretty much gone as well. We are getting bogged down with some cavalry here. We'll get them after them. And then, just to stop their charge, and then we'll get them there. We're going to have to turn them around. Right, they didn't actually come in. Right, we'll just see if we can get rid of them Protectors of Heaven with her then. Because there's not many of them. If we use our ability, we should be able to level them. Took out a lot of them. Let's get her out of that then, because we don't want to really go on one-on-one with them. Let's go after these swords. Get our two other generals back up here to go after the Protectors of Heaven. And get our cavalry down there to help out with the melee troops. Make sure we're going after this cavalry unit. Yeah, this is them pretty much done, I think, now. That sword unit has come back. But they should all rout pretty soon, I think. We'll get her to give her healing buff so that our generals remain full health. There. Yep, I think that's all of them gone. The strategists are holding on, and so are the Protectors of Heaven. Is that them? Yep, that's them done. Right, brilliant. Okay then, we want to make sure we take advantage of this healing buff. It's got another 3 seconds. Yep, that'll do it. Right, claim. Was not. Let's end battle. Yeah, as if that's close though. Come on, game. We will occupy that, I think. Yeah. Oh, brilliant! She's wounded. Well, we don't need her this turn anyway. Okay then. So we've managed to take a bit more territory around here. We're going to get them down to take Shandang next turn. We should be able to take Huanggu Pass and possibly T Pass with them as well, and it just means then we can get them straight through to Shandang, and we might want to start attacking Gonsanzan. We do need to be mindful of the armies he's got through here though, because he's on his way to fight Sinsa. So we don't really want to be declaring war on him while they're all over our territory. And of course the next big battle is going to be here in Yi, which is now the Kingdom of Song's capital. That's going to have to be next episode, because that is going to take quite a while. I wonder if she's planning on attacking this. It might be worth having a garrison building here, to be honest. Because if Kingdom of Song attacks it, then we're going to lose the Emperor seat, which is going to take away all of this lovely income, I think. We'll see. I mean, we'll take this, and then we'll start going back up there with them, and we'll let these armies take care of these territories. But that's kind of concerning. I think we will build a garrison there. Yeah, that'll do. Why can we rush that for 5,000 odd when we've only got 212 in the bank? Let's see. Oh, whoa, we went minus. That can happen? I didn't know that could happen. I kind of wish it didn't. Let's see if we can make that up. Okay, we can get 3,200 from Cao for the Astronomer, Military Tea, Eunuch, and Mathematician. And we can get 3,543 from Sinsa for 2 copies of the 3 strategies of the Duke of the Yellow Rock. Okay, at least we're now positive again. I didn't realise you could do that. That must be something off the last update, I'm guessing. But we do have a decent garrison here, certainly enough to keep any of their little armies at bay. If Yuan Shao brings a big one down, we might have some problems, but we should at least be able to hold out long enough to get her Yi up there. Okay then, well, we are certainly the largest kingdom in China by far at the minute. And once we manage to expand, we're going to be expanding over all of this. So we're going to control all of this, and that's when we're going to bear down on Sun Ce, if we get our way. And it's starting to look more and more like the yellow sky is going to ascend above China. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks. Bye bye now.